What's up, guys? This is Kyle Fonger from Vapor Hut, driven by you, fueled by vapor. And today I'm going to be doing a review of Eleaf's newest product, the iJust 2 kit. Now this is the tank that I was using in the 40 watt iStick with temperature control review, although I'm using a Kanthal coil in this, and this is a 0.5. However, there are nickel coils for the iJust 2 tank. For an all-in-one kit, this thing chucks. I absolutely prefer this over the Ego 1, and here's the kicker, this whole setup is $39.99. You just can't beat that price for the kind of performance you get out of this thing. So let's cut to the close-up and I'll show you everything that comes with the iJust 2 kit. So here's the box that the iJust 2 comes in, the iJust 2 kit. Let's go ahead and open her up. Here we see we got our battery, we got our tank. And inside the box we have our USB charging cable and this little O-ring that doubles as your airflow adjusting. So what we do is we take our tank, and you see the iJust 2 has 4 airflow slots. So basically the way this works is it's got these little fins on the inside, and you're just gonna pop that over the edge here, and once it's on your airflow you're able to adjust it. So there, that's about half cut off, so they'll all be half cut off. So you're adjusting all of them at the same time. Or you can just go fully open. And if you do like it fully open, you can always just take this off. But then you don't have the added feature of this thing being indestructible. Like I showed you in the 40 watt video with this O-ring on here, if that falls, perfectly fine. Stops the tank from hitting the surface that it's on. So let's start with the battery. This is a 2600 mAh battery, so the same size as the Ego 1 Mega. Got a nice laser engraving here on the bottom. It says iJust 2, and on the other side it says Eleaf. And above that we have our USB charging port and this LED light that will turn red when it's charging and turn off when it's fully charged. On the top we do have a spring-loaded 510 connection, and it's got these little channels for tanks still taking in their airflow through the 510. Nice looking hexagonal firing button. It's a little loose, as you can see here. I can kind of move it a little. Rattles a tiny bit. It's nothing that annoys me personally. It feels nice, fires excellently. It's got a nice tactile feedback when you press the button, and just like the Ego 1, the light, it's going to be 5 clicks to turn on, and when you fire it, it will glow, and to show you the battery life you have left, it'll kind of pulsate as it's dying, and the more it pulses, the more dead the battery is. Now, unlike the Ego 1, this battery acts somewhat like a mech mod. So when it's fully charged, it's going to be putting out 4.2 volts, and then it will slowly die and put out less volts as the battery runs down. Now let's take a look at the tank. Now both of these are made out of stainless steel, and we have glass here. The threads are fairly smooth. I don't feel any grabbing. Take a look at this coil here. Now the coil that comes in the iJust 2 kit is a 0.3 ohm. And this bottom connection is why the airflow is so good. You have these giant slots on either side to pull in air. And it is a single vertical coil. We got the steel mesh there on top to help prevent spit back. There are also EC and I coils for this tank, so you can run it in temperature control. And I found that the mellow atomizers, the 0.5 ohms, also work in this tank. Now when filling this tank, it can be kind of a headache. You have these small slots on either side to get juice down in, so I find you're almost pooling it as it's falling in, and you can fill it right up to the brim, which is nice, and this will hold 5.5 milliliters of juice, which is just insane. Comes with a wide bore drip tip, and this does not come apart. There's no threading in the center, so you will, if this breaks, you will be buying a whole new tank. So that's the iJust 2 kit. Absolutely loving this setup. For $40, you just can't beat the kind of quality and the kind of performance that you get out of this thing. Haven't had any issues with leaking from the tank, no dry hits, and the airflow, believe it or not, is better than the Star. I don't know if it's the way they designed that coil in there or it's these 4 airflow valves you have on all the sides, but it just performs excellently. So that's the iJust 2 kit from Eleaf. This is all around a great device. Whether this is going to be your first device that gets you into sub-ohm, or you're looking for a great backup with good battery life, the iJust 2 does it, and it's certainly an upgrade from their original iJust. Just so you can get an idea of how big the clouds are coming out of this little guy, let me step back a little bit. Check this out. That is monstrous for a $40 unit. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. This has been Kyle from Vapor Hut, driven by you, fueled by vapor. Have a great day, guys.